Hey guys, watching this one and only, my name is AJ. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Build a Medieval City. I've decided that I want to have most of the terrain flat. I've been really in between the idea of having like little levels sort of crop up and down and have buildings sort of here and there. It's so hard to maintain though, because when you start going up, it means all the buildings down that line need to go up, and if you curve it round, it never looks right. So I've decided that we're just going to flatten out this area here and sort of flatten them out. We shouldn't be able to tell that the area is too flat, because we're still going to have some sections higher than the other. Like that area over there is still going to be raised up higher. The agricultural land will keep with terrain. We don't want a flat field. We definitely want to keep as natural as possible. I'd love to keep it like this and just add like loads of crops all on it. The surrounding areas will obviously all be terrained, and we've got a big staircase going up to where the castle's going to be. So having this sort of relatively smaller area flattened out won't be such a bad thing. I don't think, anyway. I don't think. So let's just get rid of those. And today I want to start the Carpenters Building. Now, I want to have two separate buildings. Replace air with grass. I want to have two separate buildings for wood. I want to have a woodcutters or wood chopper. I don't know what way round you'd call it. And I want to have a carpenter. And obviously the wood chopper is going to be more in the forest area, which is we're pretty close to. I want sort of that area to be the forest with a little path that leads up to it. So maybe the woodcutters will be like around here or somewhere here. And then I want the carpenters to be nearby. Maybe we'll have the carpenters here, so it's not far for the wood to be transported to. But obviously at the carpenters we won't have logs, but at the we'll have planks instead. So the wood choppers will have planks logs outside. The carpenter will have planks outside, and I think it'll look really quite cool like that. Now, I have a bit of a concept image for this carpenter's house. It's a style of house that I haven't really done before. It's one of those top-heavy, almost unstable-looking medieval buildings. It wasn't built in Minecraft or anything. We're not using any inspiration from Minecraft builds today. We're going for a... I think it's a real image, I think. That was a very good sort of... 3D CGI image. I don't know which one it is. So we're going to grab some logs for the building itself, and we're going to want to have white wool for the top half. That always gives a medieval feel. And then for the bottom half, we could either use stone or planks. I probably like the look of cobblestone, I think, for this one at least. And the building itself is an odd shape. On the bottom story... Wait, let's turn these shaders off. On the bottom story, right, we have like what's quite a small square or small rectangle, really. So it's like this. I don't want to make it too big, because the next story or the next floor is where like the size really comes into play. So it's like this, right? And then it goes up to a reasonable height to be able to walk underneath. I don't know if I want it there or if I want it one higher. I think I want it one higher than that. I think that feels more airy and stuff. And this is going to be where the planks are stored to keep them out of the rain. You obviously don't want to get your planks getting wet. Logs don't matter quite as much. If a log gets wet, you know, they haven't chopped it down yet. But planks, if they get wet, they're going to start to warp and stuff. So you want to have them underneath shelter. So something like that. And then planks will be down there. We'll use full planks. We'll use some slabs. Maybe even some stairs or something like that. I don't know. Now, this is where... This is where it starts getting strange with the side. Let's bring these up to the same height. Just so we start off with like a base for us to build upon. Okay. And we'll even go down the middle there just so it makes sense to everybody. There's like a part that pokes out in the middle here, like the middle of that post we're going to use. So I'm going to bring it out there and there, so it's like 2 blocks on the left side of the post and 2 blocks on the right side of the post. And we're going to bring it along like that. Do I want the logs sticking out towards us at the front, or do we want them sticking out to the side? It's actually quite a big decision. I think I like that better. That's quite an important one, that one. And then this goes up like that, somewhere around there. I don't know if that's going to be exactly the right height. We'll sort of have to see. It's a little bit taller than the rest of the roof though, so if we imagine we had a window in here, look at this, a 3x3 perfect area for a window there. A little one sized window is perfect for the sort of scale of these buildings. We'll be doing a lot of sort of just one size windows, as opposed to the large windows that we usually do. And on the back here, it's going to be nice and flat. We're not going to do the sticky out section. That goes over like this. So it's almost like that little building down the bottom, the little room down the bottom is sort of where you work, and the building up top is where the guy lives. That's sort of the impression I get off it. And that's pretty good. That's a nice amount above. It's just a couple of blocks higher than the rest of the roof. And for the moment, we'll just bring the logs in like that, because they're going to eventually mold into the roof, and we won't be able to see them. Okay, on the front here, it'd be cool if we could maybe get like one window in at the correct height, and then a window higher up. That could be smart. Could I do anything cooler if I went up another block or anything? I don't think so. I think that's going to work for us. We can have another window on this side. Block up that area. Probably go to somewhere like that. Shouldn't need any more. We'll have to see when it comes to the roof. We'll leave the gutter at the bottom for the moment. Now, the trick to doing these windows is whenever you've got like an area that you need to put a window in, go around the perimeter first. And then you can put the windows in where you like. So you can go, okay, I want a window in the middle of that one. Or I can have 3 windows or 2 windows. I sort of like 3 windows. It's a lot of windows, but I sort of like it. Because the ground floor isn't really going to have too many in there at all. I'm going to put a log up the middle there to divide those up into 2 separate ones. And then maybe this will look good with 2 separate windows. In that one. And maybe the same over here. Okay. And then down this side, you know what? I don't think I'm going to have any windows on this side. I'm going to have that one a little bit more sort of blocked off. Ooh. I just noticed, though, it should be like that. It's one of those peaked ones on the side. Okay. Perfect. Do the same on this one. There. There, and there. I'll have to see how that one looks. I'm not 100% convinced by that one yet. I think it's got to be like that anyway. Okay, beautiful. Let's put the roof on. Let's get that out of the way. We're going to go with, you know what could look cool is hay. I don't know if it'll look good on a building of this size. You know, maybe hay could work on a smaller building. But that could look really quite cool. Especially if we get the angles of the hay bales to sort of be right. Let's just, do I want to drop it down in front of the wood? I think I probably do. I'm just thinking if I like it or not. I do like it. I just don't think I like it on this building. No, I'm going to remove it. We're going to use wood. I definitely want to use that though. I like how the red sections, the sort of bindings, go up. I think if you kept that all the way around, that would look really cool. But instead, we're going to go with dark oak stairs and slabs. It's a very important building in the city, so you want it to have a good roof that isn't going to sort of wear away. So, always go with the edges first. And down there. Quickly, because we don't have too much time. I'd really like to get a bunch of this done today. This is going to be a 2-parter building for sure to get all of the details in. We might even do an interior as well to this, because it could be cool to do an interior. You know what I would really like to do on this series, because we don't do it on the other city series, is do an interior for every building. I'm sure a lot of people are excited about hearing that. I think it'd be really fun to do an interior to every single one. It's a lot of work, but the buildings aren't that big on the inside, and because Minecraft tends to like being built in a medieval style. A lot of the blocks and stuff are a little bit better scaled for medieval interiors. There's a lot more options that we can do. Plant pots seem to suit a lot more. The wooden chairs and just wooden blocks in general seem to suit a lot more, as opposed to doing sort of modern styles like we do in the real city world, which is why we don't bother doing, or why I don't bother doing them too often. So wrap that one. Did I put the upside down ones in here? Nope. That one. I'm getting quicker at doing roofs. After years and years of placing stairs, I'm getting a little bit better at it. Not perfect, but a little bit better. That one. And see how these logs are sort of sitting back in there. When it comes to doing the interior, we might like extend those planks through to actually look structural on the inside. I really like the look of being able to see all of the like beams and stuff when you go inside these buildings. We've done it with the blacksmith at the entrance to the city, and it works really well there. So last line of stairs here, and then we have the slabs to finish it off with. So the slabs go on here, and I think it's pretty perfect because this front section ends up being exactly the same height as the side section, so it makes the aesthetics of the building work really well. Now they do have like a fence on the picture. It has like not a spire as such, but it has like a little section that goes up like that. I think it's just a nice little touch. I've never seen anything like that before, so that'll work quite well. I think I also want to probably move that window. Ooh, do we put a 3 in? Looks like a traffic light. You know, if I done that, take those out and put the logs across there, the logs are at the right height, and I think that looks a lot better. I think I'm going to go with that. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Okay, glass. We'll go with normal glass as opposed to the white stained clay that we use on the normal city. We're trying to sort of keep some important differences between the two. So put the glass in there. We're not going to have any glass on the bottom floor, so we don't need to worry about that. Trap doors. I sort of like those ones. Put those around all of the windows. And so many. And the top one. Always important if you're doing these and the trapdoors aren't like symmetrical no matter where you put them. Make sure they're all the same, because if you put them upside down, it looks really weird how it sort of doesn't match. And make sure you click like I did all on the bottom and then folded them up. Alright, that works quite well. Let's just fill this bottom up with cobblestone, and I think I'm going to have to leave the episode there. I feel like it's been an episode's length. I underestimated how far through the episode we were. We've got we're only halfway through. We can keep going for a little bit. We've just done so much today. I thought, it must be near completion. So the thing that I was going to do next episode, but we're going to do today instead, is I just wanted to see what it would look like if we bought out this section by an extra block. Now, you might be thinking, that's going to be weird. And you might be right. You might be right. I'm going to change that log to face forward. It's just a little bit of work here, and it might require changing the roof a little bit. See, that then throws that off. No, you know what? We might do it the other way and make the bottom smaller. I think it could be really cool to have an overhang. Oh, hang on. What did it look like with just the log sticking out like that? You know, it doesn't look terrible, like with the log sort of going along the side like that. You know, I sort of like that. But let's try it the other way first, because they're both really easy fixes. So, take these away. And then what we do is basically... There's an easier way to do this, isn't there? Bump. Bump. Do that. Right. And what we're going to do is just bring it in one. Like that. There, and here. What I might do is bring those ones in as well, so then they don't sort of sit out too far. So now all of the 6 legs at the bottom match together. We then put these back on. It actually makes a really nice sort of 3x3 as well. You know, a 3 block wide area, perfect for our windows if you want to put them in, or even a door. We need a door on here. We can't get into the place yet. I think I want the door over here though, on that side. And a stair to go where the door's going to go. Yeah, see, I think that looks smart. Just how the top is like heavier than the bottom. It's very, very medieval style, that. And then maybe to hold that section up. Ooh, wrong one. That looks cool. That looks really, really cool. I like that. Yeah, we're going to go with that. Now, underneath these sections here, what do we want to fill them up with? We're probably going to go with just oak. It'll be just nice and neat to do. So we'll just go underneath there with the oak. Underneath here with the oak. Or, if we go with slabs, we do them on the top half of the block. That way, ooh, rain, where they're clear. If we do them on the top half of the block, that way we can still place things when we're building up here, because it's on the correct level. But from underneath, we get a little sort of recess from the logs. Just adds a little bit more detail as well. I'll have to do something about those logs there, though. How they're going to be floating otherwise, aren't they? I might put a log in there. And then cover it up when we go up top. Yeah, see, I think that looks really cool now. Underneath, it all works. Fits all nicely. Torches. Just so it makes sense from the outside. Torch. Torch and torch. You don't want to go too crazy with them, but you want to have enough so the area is lit up. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. Okay, now on the outside we're going to want to have our, oh, we've already got them, planks and slabs. I might go with a different colour actually, because we've already got oak up there. I've used dark oak for the roof. So if we used spruce, I think it'll give an in-between. I'm just checking it against the colour of the logs there, and it's different enough that it should work. So if we go something like, I don't mind it sticking out the back there a little bit. Something like that. It looks like just a pile of planks. You could even make that one, top one, longer. So it looks like it's sort of sticking on there a little bit, like laid on top. Yeah, I think that works really well. We'll have another one. I don't mind it overhanging a little bit. I think that's pretty cool to have that. I want to do something like, so it's like that, and then that. Yeah, I think that looks like a pile of planks there, doesn't it? Okay, that works really well. Is there any way that we can put, like, what would look like sawdust on the floor? That could be really cool to do, like where it's sort of being dragged about. You know how we use, like, coal or sometimes to put oil on the floor in garages? I wonder if iron ore would work, because it's a little bit sort of sawdusty of a colour. You know, I think that's going to work. It's going to look really weird for the moment, but if we make the floor area here stone, we shouldn't be able to tell. So if we went like, I don't know, do I want to go right out here to the planks? Probably. Like that one. To just round here. Replace grass with stone. Because I don't want to replace the iron ore, you see. And then dirt with stone. Yeah, I think that actually works quite well. I think that's quite a cool look. I've never seen it done before. There might be a reason behind it. It might actually look terrible, but to me, I think that adds some sort of like details on the floor, like, you know, it's parts of chipped off and fell and stuff like that. Yeah, that works quite well. Fence or cobblestone wall. It's a more expensive building. It's an important building. We can probably get away with using a cobblestone wall around here. I'm going to leave the front open like that. The slab won't connect to the fence, so that'll be fine. And then on the back here, I think we'll probably do a hedge. And I might start the hedge like a little bit down here. And then go into... Why did I actually just type hedge? That's hilarious. And then we'll do the hedge out by a block. Nice thin one, just 1 block wide. We don't need to go thicker than that. But we're going to go all the way down here like this first. And then we're going to go over with like a 3rd layer and just sporadically place them so the hedge isn't perfectly trimmed. It just gives a little bit more to it. Okay, definitely helped a lot. We don't know where it's going to sort of line up with the road yet or anything like that. We'll probably have a fairly main road here, but I'm not going to do any sort of connections because we just really don't know. I think that's pretty cool though. I think that's pretty cool. Let's finish off with some important logs now. So we're going to have this one divided through there. And the same on the other side. It'll make sense more on the interior. You can see how the logs are going to go all the way around the inside now. But also from the outside, it's just going to divide all of that white up. Because there was an awful lot of white that wasn't really doing anything. It's a really cool looking building, you know. I'd like to put some more detail on it. But I don't quite know what yet. Let's go through quickly. Let's go on to blocks. I don't think there's anything there that would work. I don't think we need any stone or any special sort of blocks like that. Maybe just stick a couple more higher up on there. Yeah, it works. We want some greenery out front, could make sense. Just a few subtle ones, nothing too crazy, just like those three. Those three, come back in. Yeah, just something like that. Nothing too much going on there, though. Podzollet underneath, though. I want it to look nice. I shouldn't have done it in that way. In that order, I'm going to have to just change it like that. Set 3, 2. That way I don't need to place the plants down again. Okay. What else have we got in here? I want some taller ones anywhere in there. It feels like I'm missing something from inside here. Like, how would the guy chop up the wood? Or like, get them into planks? I need a saw, don't we? We need a saw. How would we build a saw? Stairs. I'm going to go with dark oak, just so the table stands out a little bit more. I want upside down. Go with a big table. Place those there so I can place a stair. Nope. One of those down there so I can place the stairs on them. Maybe I'll take that middle one out and have like a table like that. So we've got 4 legs. And then iron bars. And then that looks like a saw blade, doesn't it? And he can sort of stand over here and he can push the logs through. Maybe even have a log on here. That's sort of being pushed through. And then on the floor, a load of sawdust here because obviously this is where it's being cut originally. How could I like make a smaller one on the bottom? Like what's like really small wood? Like a pressure plate? Does it look like it's sort of trimmed off the wood there? Like a saw, like yeah, buttons. I can't place buttons on the floor now. This is 1.7, isn't it? Just want something that looks like the wood's been chopped up. I think it'll work how we've got it. Could do some of these. These are, oh no, they're beams. I don't exactly know what you do with those. They don't seem to make sense at all. No, I like that. I think the pressure plates sort of work combined with that. I think that looks like a saw. It definitely adds something to the front now. We've got more going on. Let's now add some details maybe to some of these posts if we can. Get some buttons. Put these on joins. Not on where the log fronts are, though. I never like it when it's like that. And that one and that one. Don't need them at... Do we need them at the top? No. Hello, update. And... yeah, that should work. I want something down here. Or should these legs not be in line like that? Should they instead go here? So then it matches the indent that the rest of it has. Get up there. Really quite torn. Or do we take the legs away completely and instead Stells, I'll use dark ones. There we go. Hold it up like that. It'd be cool to have it on both sides. But that means putting another divider in there. I think that's a pretty cool way of holding it up. I don't know which one I preferred. Let me know in the comment section below which one do you prefer. Did you prefer the original with the logs going down there? Did you prefer the inner ones? Or do you prefer the stairs? Let me know in the comment section below. And we shall see you, I suppose, in the next episode. We've got to leave it there now. Alright guys,